Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where our war against the Pelosema nation is likely going to be ending fairly soon-ish. I want to check in on some of our bombardments here. Now, we do have this army up over here. It's 10k in strength, and we can actually bump that up. I'm going to recruit further here. We've got plenty of food. I'm not concerned about that. So I'm going to get us a bunch of food spent up over here on further recruiting our army. We'll see if we need it for anything, but I'm just going to spend this down to about 50k or so. Yeah, right about there. That seems good. So that'll be fine, and we do have a lot of bombardments ongoing. So over here in abundance, where is this at? 13,672. That's got a while to go. Star Root is at 66% devastation. This is still going to take a very long time to bombard. We're probably not going to wait that out, but let's see what happens there. 1943 here, not too bad. And then up in Plituri, this is at 1676. That'll be done relatively soon. Nuka's Nest, or actually Wandering Nest, is at 6282. That's going to be a while yet. We could go invade that, and that may not be the worst idea in the world. We would certainly take losses, but I'm going to send these guys to start heading on over here. We will, in the meantime, keep bombarding, but for now, we'll start sending these over, and we'll get a second army recruiting. So that seems good for now, and at this moment, the question becomes, what's Satana up to? I don't know. That's the confounding factor here. That's going to be very interesting, for sure. So for now, we're definitely interested in getting these bombardments over, right? Over in Deneb, we are at something, if I can zoom in enough. There we go. 1523. Over here, we are on Magog Perch, and this is at 367. So that's going to be done very soon. And that arc furnace is going to be flipping over. That looks very, very great. And then up in Tiersonia, we are just getting started here, but that's only 475. So that's really not too bad. We're going to be able to push up towards Polaris, and that seems great. So that's absolutely wonderful. But we have a lot of bombardment yet to do. The Pelosema nation by no means is dead. They're going to be not lasting forever, but they're going to be going away soonish. So we're going to get this under control. Are these guys going to start bombarding up over here? Maybe. Be interesting if they did, for sure. But them dealing with that spaceborne stuff is still fine. I don't mind that. So that sounds good. We're going to have some bombardments concluded over here fairly soon. And we're going to get a lot of these little areas wrapped up relatively quickly. Ish. It's going to be slow. It's going to be slow. But we'll get there. This war's over. They just need to admit it at this point. So we'll sell off some resources. That's absolutely fine. Our bombardments are continuing, and the question is, what are these guys going to do from here? Are they going to bombard, or are they going to push?
Horizons widened.
As of right now, they're just kind of chilling. So that's fine. Ripper Quill batteries are done, and that's fine. We can grab, say, Titan hull points. That's a fairly slow research, but let's get that done. Excellent. And the real question now is, which of these is going to finish bombardment first? Well, it's definitely one of them. That's for sure. Magog Perch is at 204, and that's going to be pretty close. And yeah, Heavenly Eerie here. So I think Magog Perch is going to be the next one to finish, is the theory. But we're definitely making relatively rapid progress through these bombardments. Relatively. We're full up on alloys again, so let's sell off a bunch of those. There we go. And we see all of these up here just grouping together. Our current replacement fleet here is not very strong. They're just starting to get grouped in there. That's absolutely fine. Where is our actual transport fleet at? What route are they taking? Ah, they're up over here. Okay. So that's the route that they're taking. They'll be there actually relatively quickly. 130 days. That's really not too bad. So we're able to get around kind of okay. It's not terribly fast, but it'll do. And there's a prey tracker finishing up. From here, we could definitely grab something like Edict Fund plus 20. That's not bad. That'll be decent, and that seems good. So up over here in Gathrica, how are we doing on Magog Perch? This has got to be close. It's very close. We're down to 2 armies remaining, and this is going to be done soon. So that looks perfect. As soon as we're done with this, the plan is for these guys to push up into Stellaris. So that is absolutely fine. Down at Deneb, this is going to be much further away, but we're going to be bombarding pretty quickly now. Yeah, we're up over 75%, so that looks phenomenal. The lag is continuing, but, you know, that's late game Stellaris for you. Not much anybody can do about that, except maybe Paradox, but to be honest, that's probably a Stellaris 2 sort of thing. Which, now that Europa 5 is out, I have to assume that the next one that they're going to be working on heavily is going to be either Stellaris 2 or it's going to be Hoi 5. Not sure which. But we finished up in Gathrica. So these guys are going to head up to Hicken. Up we go. Perfect. So that looks good. We will continue to eliminate locations from the Pelesemen Nation. Okay, Satana is now doing whatever it is Satana is doing over here in the Uzant League as well. I don't know what that is, and they're attacking us over here. This is a very bad idea. I'm not sure why they think this is a good idea. This is not. Of course, we're going to swarm on the exact wrong side of the system, which is awkward. We're going to take more losses than we maybe should, but our fighters are going to do a ludicrous amount of damage to these guys, and it's okay. They'll retreat very shortly. There we go. So I don't think we actually took any losses in that. No, we didn't. So that looks good. Cool. So that's absolutely fine for right now. These guys are going to be arriving in Kalam shortly. And once they get here, their goal is to just land on Wandering Nest. Again, it's going to take us a while to bombard this down. I want to free that up. So that seems good. And up over this way, we see a potentially powerful fleet going into Mernaz at this moment. I'm going to move the 10th Corolla in to reinforce. This fleet is still not fully reinforced from its previous fighting. Actually, it's pretty close. This is a dimensional fleet, but it's only a 300k dimensional fleet. Stay put. I don't think we need it. Assuming these guys are reasonably smart in how they do this. So out go the fighters, and we'll see where the swarm is.
Predatory shelter engaged.
But it takes these guys a very long time to get over. That gives us a lot of time for the perdition beams and the fighters to do damage. So that's, you know, something. Anyway. We're swarming at the star here. Okay. Well, that's definitely interesting. So at this moment, we are fighting up over in this area. This is not a great swarm location, but we're going to get these guys taken care of without any problem. And my question is, are they actually going to win this? They might. Now, this went to us, which is a little bit awkward. We would kind of prefer that this go to the Uzant League, but whatever. We'll take it. It really doesn't matter as long as it's in our federation, right? So that's okay. And I do want to hop over to here and then up to here like that. Looks like we have taken a couple of losses here, so we can definitely see about restoring this. Okay, that's the Federation fleet, so nothing needing to be done there. Sounds good. Cool. So these guys are arriving at Kalam right now. So they're going to invade here, and they should win that relatively easily. We will take losses doing it, though, and that's understood. At this point, I want to move these guys up to Kerbal, and we can see that these have started bombarding at Voidbrood. So we're going to go up and join them there. Perfect. So that seems fine. We'll start softening that up.
The wild spreads.
Okay, so how is this fight going? They've actually destroyed the starbase here, which is awkward.
Predatory
And it looks like
shelter
our
engaged.
swarmers were wiped out here because they refused to engage properly. But the question is, are we still going to win this? It's a hard maybe. I'm going to bring this force in after all. And we're just going to keep holding here. They're very slow, and they're taking fire, a lot of it. They have a hard time returning the fire from our long-range craft. So that's fine, but the fact that our swarmers refused to engage is definitely very sad, but they retreated, and that means that these guys can just hang out here then. Okay, so that seems good, and this force, of course, it needs a lot of replacement. And I mean a lot of replacement. Very sad. Our swarmers refused to properly engage. Nothing we can do about it. Nothing at all. So we can just replace these, and that's fine. It's back at full strength. Cool. Hang on, what was that? Why do we have this cruiser? I'm going to get rid of that. We don't need it. Okay, so these guys are going to reinforce, and they will continue to bombard over at Star Root. So that seems fine. No problem there. So over here at Kuldax, how's this going? Okay, that's got a ways to go. Noted. So we should be fully invaded at Kalam shortly here. Yeah, we're working our way through this. They've got robots, which is unfortunate. We are affected by morale damage, and
The
they're
wild
not.
expands.
So this is definitely going to be a little painful. But we'll work our way through it eventually. We'll take some losses.
Predators
It's fine.
engaged.
So I want to head up over here at Polaris and see how this is going. Okay, I have no idea how our swarm is going to behave here. This is our Federation fleet, though, so it's going to be a little different. We'll see. They're currently allowing themselves to be flanked by these small forces, but that probably doesn't matter, in all honesty. Yeah, those missiles definitely doing some work there, that's for sure. And it's this force that's much more important, and we're heading right for it. So that looks good. Our Federation fleet is able to take this on, and that should be great. Satana's cache. Ah,
Understanding
this finally
spreads.
finished. After a massive excavation effort, the databank on New Light is secure. Initial geological surveys indicate the cache has lain buried for more than 100,000 years. Remarkably, it retains its charge, hinting that decryption may be relatively straightforward. So we get the choice to open it, which will anger Satana, or we can prepare it for delivery. If we weren't currently engaged in this war with the Peliseman Nation, I'd open it. As it is, I don't want to antagonize Satana. Yet. We're just going to deliver it, but this might make her stronger. If that's the case, oh well. We're just going to prepare it for delivery. As of right now, I want to wrap up this additional war first. So that seems fine. Over here in Polaris, we are, of course, doing a bunch of damage to their fleet. Our swarms are very awkward over here, but we should be able to win this. This is not our most powerful fleet by any measure. Our Federation fleet does not perform up to the standards of the others.
My blessings upon you. The data bank returned, and its contents unexamined. I was right to place my faith in you. Your reward shall be the measure of your loyalty.
Okay, so we can say we are grateful. We don't know what our reward is.
What do you desire? Technology? Resources? You need only ask, and it shall be yours.
Uh-huh, she gives us a choice. We don't need resources of any sort. Technology will do. She gives us half of Ascension Theory? Okay. We really don't need any of these. We really don't. So we'll just take half of Ascension Theory. It's fine. So that's okay. Polaris is still ongoing here, and the game is frozen right now, but there we go. And they are at 100%, so this war could be ended. We're just kind of flying around in circles, going after multiple different things here, and that's not necessarily ideal for our Federation fleet. But we'll get it taken care of. It's fine. The Federation fleet, not the most convincing in terms of the damage it does, but it's fine. Okay, so down at Tiersonia, I want to check in on how this is going. This is at 91, actually. That's very, very close to falling. But we do have Astral Eerie out over here, too. That's not very powerful, so that will fall pretty quickly. So that seems great. And I want to check in at Kalam. How's this invasion going? Well, we're working our way through it. Okay. It's costing us, but that's not surprising. So this fleet over here is definitely going to be proceeding. And it's going to be getting reinforcements. So that's understood. Star Route, that's got a ways to go. We've taken out about 7k with our bombardment. That's actually not too bad. And Breek has a long ways to go yet. Koldax, I'm assuming a long ways to go. 3171, yeah. Out over this direction, this should be done relatively soon, actually. 771, so that seems okay. Polaris, we've kicked their fleets out of here, and we're just working on the station now. This is not a good spot to swarm, but okay. We're not in range of either of these with, like, any of our weapons, so we're just relying on the perdition beams. Okay, sure. Paradox really needs to fix that. They really, really do. So at this moment, we can absolutely go for, like, combat training. That might not be a bad idea. We did manage to take out the station here, and so we're actually moving. But we just need to take these out. There we go. Now it's all good. So we're going to go to Valiku's Haunt here, and I want to check in up over here. Yeah, we got Hagawa, so that seems good. We're going to start a bombardment up in Polaris. That looks good. And, of course, we are continuing our invasion down over here in Kalam. That's still going to be a little while. So that's understood. We've got a lot of things that are going to be a little while yet. A whole lot of things. We do need to reinforce our Skyfall Voidwings, so let's get that going. That's now back at full strength. Perfect. So we'll continue to pump those ships out, and this bombardment here, 2517, that is going to take a little while. Okay, they don't have a shield generator, so that's very useful for us. Cool. So how are things going in Plituri? This should be pretty close to done. 705? Sure. And of course, over here in Deneb, this should be getting pretty close too. 743, definitely getting closer. And over in Marinaz, this is still going to take a little while here, but we are about to get to 75% devastation. That is, of course, a very big deal. And reinforcements will continue to flow in over this direction. I want to check in on how we're doing on our recruitment up here. Okay, we've still got a ways to go on that. That seems fine. So, over here in Deneb, we are definitely making some progress. But we could use more. We could certainly use more. So all of this is very slow, right? It takes a while to disroot this amount of armies. And I don't know why I said disroot. That's a weird way to put it, but it does take a while to get rid of this quantity of armies. No doubt about it, no matter how you slice it. So that's fine. We just need to get these reinforcements in over here, and we're in a very safe place right now as long as we keep Satana happy. If we don't keep Satana happy, this can all unravel, which is why I didn't open that. I was very curious to know what's in it. Next time. Next time. Okay, so I see that they have a dimensional fleet coming in here. This should not be a problem. So they're going to try to fight this force. I think this force can take this dimensional fleet, and Scion, it's got a ways to go yet, but that seems okay. We do have a lot of bombardment left to do if we want the Pelosema nation to stop existing. To be clear, I suspect that this war will end before then. But we'll see. We will see. Over in Kerbal, how are things going on Void Brood? 500 to go. So this is looking a lot closer in a lot of these bombardments now. 600 to go here. And the machine uprising has been quelled in the Interstellar Favarian Conglomerate. Okay. Congrats, Interstellar Conglomerate. That's all absolutely fine. They've got Satana to worry about, of course. Will Satana protect us? Well, I don't think she will at this moment. But maybe if we continue to suck up to her. I don't know. At this moment, we've got 380 on our garrison here on Plituri 4, and that falling is, of course, a big deal. That'll allow us to move into Devasa, but they have attacked in Koldax. Again, I expect that we will be able to win this. We'll see. Let's see how this goes. This battle isn't commencing yet, but I do expect that we'll be able to win this if our swarmers behave in an okay manner, which is a big if. It's a very big if. We haven't started having our ships in combat yet, and I'm not going to order them up here, I don't think. We'll allow them to fight this stronghold out over here in the station. It's going to take them a while to get through that. So that seems okay for now. So up over this direction in... Well, we have a number of locations that we're interested in keeping an eye on, because a lot of these bombardments are going to be done soon, right? Up here in Tiersonia, we are done with Heavenly Eyrie, so we do need to head over to Astral Eyrie next. That's only 410, and we'll get that done pretty quickly. In Polaris, what was the strength on this again? I think it was like 2k? Yeah. Okay, so that'll take a little bit. There's also Heavenly Eyrie over here, which this force in Tiersonia will head over to as soon as they're done. Okay, so we are beginning to fight over this direction. Where are our swarmers going? I'm also noticing that these guys are, I think, a little bit stronger now. Our swarmers are going in a kind of awkward direction, but it's okay. They're at least in between these guys and the station. So that's something. Our fighters are coming in and starting to deal some damage on these ships. So we'll start to whittle them down. Slowly over time. Our swarmers, this is the problem here is, as these guys engage, they engage the swarmers a few at a time. That's definitely not ideal. If the swarmers all go in at once, they can do so much more damage. So that's very sad. And the Stingers are out of range right now too, because all of our fleet, you can see the way our fleet is arranged. Our fleet, the whole thing believes the enemy is right here. They're not. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. So you can see here, they're starting to engage our swarmers, but they only engage a few at a time because of the way that the swarming bug works and how slowly the dimensional fleet moves. It's very sad. It means that our swarmers, while extraordinarily powerful when they actually fight, aren't actually fighting. It makes me very sad indeed. I really wish they would actually fight. Okay, now they're starting to actually fight a little bit, and you can see just how much damage they're doing. But it's kind of too late. They've taken a lot of damage, and they're not engaging the way that they should be, unfortunately. So this is a bad engagement for us because of the swarmers engaging the way that they are. They're just not able to make much use of their... They're not able to make much use of their weaponry because they just sit back out of their range. So I think we're going to have to retreat this force, which I really don't like doing. We can have this force start moving over, but that's a very long journey. Instead, I'm going to move this force. Definitely not ideal there. That's for sure. I really wish our swarmers worked correctly. They just fight a couple at a time, and when they do that, they don't overwhelm. If they go in all at once, they can do so much damage so quickly that we can obliterate a fleet like this, and we've seen it happen. But if they do that, where they just swarm here, and the fleet just slowly creeps in, they fight just a couple at a time, and it's not effective. It's very sad. And hopefully, Paradox gets that fixed. But as of yet, they haven't done it. Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to keep pushing in here. That's by no means a problem for us that battle occurred. It's just a minor inconvenience, more than anything. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge Eskio, Spock, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.